One of the things is that they said that Jarrell, wasn't trying to run from police. There was a planned family vacation for the 4th of July, and that's
Yeah,
why he was in Minnesota. Is that what you're under that
yeah.
impression as well?
Okay, look, no, it's not being under the
Yeah.
impression. That's what it was.
Yeah.
My older son, my oldest son, Javarius Jr., is already incarcerated. Now, before he even was incarcerated, they were supposed to come up here this summer, period, to come see me, because I haven't seen my kids in a while. So Jamar was just recently, he just was locked up in JDC in Denver, Colorado, regarding some trouble he got into in Omaha. So they waited, they postponed the visit until at least Jamar got out so they can bring him to see me. My birthday is August 12th and Jamar's birthday is August 17th. So they planned to come up here and stay up here for a little while until they got to see me and, around to me and Jamar's birthday. But obviously, this situation happened. And when I heard about it, nobody never told me Jarrell was a suspect or there or anything. It just was like, they got Jamar for a murder. And I'm like, for a murder, I'm like, it was. A couple of my friends came out and was like, man, is that your son on TV, man? They said he got a dad in Minnesota doing life, man, and this and that. I say, I don't really like people in my business here, so I go, no, that wasn't my son. But in reality, I knew it. Like, okay, Jamar's involved in some BS. So I called my mom and I told her to I said, look, tell them to get my kids up here now. Ain't no waiting until nothing. Get them up here now. And that's what they did. Because it happened. It happened right by, they stay on 25th and Crown Point. It happened not even a block away from their house.
Mm-hmm.
So, and like I said, the house been shot up before. So I feared for my kid's life. It wasn't like they sent him up here and it was their idea was make him run. I demanded not just Jarrell, all my kids that wasn't locked up, besides Jamar and Travaris being locked up. I said, man, get my kids up here now. Mm-hmm. So if anybody want to blame somebody about him leaving Omaha to Minnesota, I would be to blame for that, because I did that in fear of my kids' safety. And it wasn't just Jarrell, it was all of them. And the way they reported it is like, well, a suspect, 12-year-old for murder, fled Omaha. Come on, he's 12. How did he did not flee on his own, obviously. Mm-hmm. I told them I wanted my son here and my daughters. And I have another son by her that wasn't involved with it. I wanted them here. Mm.
Yeah. So when did you find out? When did you find out that Jamar had apparently been arrested for murder? Was it during the weekend? Or
yes.
Okay.
Yes, it was when they put it all. As soon as they put it all over the news, it was actually before the 4th of July weekend. They put it all over the news. I hadn't seen it. Like, it was only like one person in this unit. It was like in the unit that I'm staying in, complex I'm staying in. Was like, man, hey, do you know the little boy, little Milton boy in Omaha that was involved in this snap? Now, I had heard, like, Jamar's arrested, this and that, and I'm like, no, I don't know. So, but when I called, and I talked to my mother, I got the insight of what happened with Jamar. But nobody knew anything about Jarrell until, like I said, it was all over the news. And by then, he was already here. And I have a phone conversation talking with, like I said, when the truth get ready to come out, I'm willing to release my phone conversation or whatever. I have a phone conversation talking to who care Jarrell was in, like saying, we need to get him back up there immediately. And she said, we're going to do that tonight. We're leaving. We're going to be leaving probably tonight or in the morning to get him back up there, because everybody was shot. So before they arrested him that same day, we was talking about getting him back up there. Okay. And I like I said, I have recorded conversation, and these phones are recorded and monitored at all times when you speak. So I have proof in that matter that nobody was aware of that. Jarrell wasn't even aware he was being a suspect. I know he was scared. And one thing, my sons know they don't got to lie to me about anything. We always had an open and honest relationship. So I asked him, did he have anything to do with the murder and everything? Is this true what they're saying on the news? And he told me, no, Dad, it's not. And he's scared. He was scared, but didn't have nothing to do with that man's death, and I believe him.
Mm-hmm.
He's 12 years old. I don't see him firing and unleashing no gun.
And I think that, and just to be honest with the how we're feeling out here, I think that the thing that kind of really concerns people or freaks people out is just a 12-year-old allegedly with a gun. I mean, I think that just freaks people out. So what's your reaction when you hear that? I mean, that's kind of just I guess what people are really concerned of. Just the thought of that.
And this is the thing about that. You see, that's one thing that I hate about the media, because they can take it and they can put a nation against you, because it's never been proven that my 12-year-old had a gun, fired a gun, or anything. 2 guns was recovered. It was 3 people, so that only says two people was having a gun. So for them to even keep saying this 12-year-old had a gun when it's not a proven fact, it's not, that's horrible. And I believe him when he said he did not.
Mm-hmm.
So they put it up. You're already turning everybody against him. Don't even give him the benefit of the doubt at all.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't have no gun, and I believe my son 100% about that. I believe him 100%.
Yeah, and that's why I wanted to ask you and give you a chance to speak on that as well.
Like one lady told me, well, our community is this and that and this and that, but and this is my thing. No offense and no disrespect, but y'all community is different than our community. It's not the same community. So for her to say our community, her community, or y'all community don't come down to where our community is. It's like y'all are visiting through the state zoo and looking at the animals. Y'all community don't come down there and offer our community anything. They gotta pay to play basketball. They gotta pay to play football. They don't offer that for free. They don't come recruit the 12-year-olds before the gangs do and say, well, here, play basketball before a gang. Come make them a gang member. They don't give them anything that catches their attention more than the gang do. So when our community, the community they live in, offers them something, it's more likely a gun and a gang or a blue rag or some dope. So if any community is concerned about it, maybe they should introduce more community programs for the youth.